Stand up, gallop on, nothing can be done by feeling so sorry for myself. Hero on a plastic horse, fighting like it's real with a cardboard sword. I know successful or no, I am who I am. I am my biggest fan. I am my biggest fan. I am my enemy and my friend.
Populous, the beginning.
Hello, everyone. We are here and we are back. Even though I said I'd never do one of these again, we have, in fact, come back. And what have we come back to? We've come back to Populous, the beginning. We are here with the Summer Team Draft Tournament. I am joined by the world's loudest shirt. It's Pikmin, if anyone is a gaming fan. It's a Pikmin shirt that I brought back from Texas because I buy only valuable things. Why are we here? Well, we are here for the Summer Team Draft Tournament. The tournament where we have had a number of sign-ups. They've been drafted. And, well, let's not waste too much time. I have just noticed my chat widget is not working, so what was the bloody point of me making it in the first place? But I'll fix that at a later time. Now, let's get straight into our rules. What is the Summer Team Draft Tournament? Well, the captains have drafted from a selection of signed up players, and these captains assigned their players to the map pool, which was disclosed in advance, and they did that without knowing the assignments of the other team. So if I was one of the captains and I drafted Joseph and Rallimer, I have to pick what maps I want to use them on without knowing what Babbo, who is the other captain, has put on those maps as well. All the players had to be used an equal number of times as much as the map pool allowed, but this wasn't restricted chronologically. So, for example, if everyone on the team had to be used twice, they could go Babbo, Bianca, Inca. They could do that, but it was just to make sure that someone didn't pick the noob, use the noob once, and then be like Babbo on every map. No, so there is a distribution. Players have been forced to try to use their team fairly and equally. All maps will be played, so at the end of each map, you will obviously be keeping track which team is going to win. And thanks to the generosity of Babbo Overpowered, there is a prize pool for this tournament. There wasn't one during the original sign-ups, but some money has come in. I won't disclose it yet, but there is a prize pool for this tournament. But regardless of the current score, there'll be a minimum of 8 games because all maps are going to be played, even if it's an 8-0 embarrassing stomp. And again, just to reiterate, our matchups have been kept secret until the tournament actually starts. So people are here to find out who they're going to play. Now, how did the draft go? Well, we have 2 teams. We have the Crucials and Hybrid Theory. The latter name, I think, was just making fun of the fact that I was recently forced to watch Linkin Park. But we have effectively Team Ice, Team Loot Hill. So Team Loot Hill, the Crucials. We have Loot Hill Overpowered as your clan captain. We have Mr. Cooper, Babbo Overpowered, Mammut from the clan The Absolutes, Gods of Destruction Bianca, Clanless from what I could tell Doug's, Facundo from Divinity's Slaves, and a member of the Noob Hut, we have Svarog as well, also known as Tutatis, however you want to say it. On Team Ice, also known as Hybrid Theory, we've got Ice-T of the Synthetic Immortals, Marcus of the Synthetic Immortals, Demoncheg of the Synthetic Immortals, Tunda of the Clan Overpowered, Ex-Lord Death of the Synthetic Immortals, Clan Asgard's Rallimer, and the Dark Masters, Mr. Tank. Thank you everyone who is subscribing in the chat. I turned those off to be professional, which I'm now undermining by addressing you. So I don't know why I bothered, did I? But those are our drafts. There's definitely a few astute people are pointing out that there might have been a theme or two, and you might be right. There might be a theme. Yes, everyone from TSI appears to have ended up on a single team. Nunny. Okay, I have no idea what's happening there. My chat's throwing me for a loop. Hello, mock chatter. I was trying to fix the chat widget at the same time, and it's just not working. So I'm annoyed, but I will be professionally annoyed. So it is time for us to address the elephant in the room. What everyone has actually sort of gathered here early for. Who are we going to be seeing today? There are 2 maps being played today. We're going to be seeing New Brimnir Palace, and on top of that, we're going to be seeing Pressure Point. Pressure Point features more than once. This is the normal Pressure Point, or the non-revival Pressure Point. So New Brimnir Palace and Pressure Point are going to be today's maps. And who is going to be playing them? We have got on New Brimnir Palace, we have Svarog and D Facundal versus Ice-T and Demoncheg. And then for Pressure Point, we have got Babbo and Loot Hill versus Ex-Lord Death and Ice-T. The little crowns just indicated that they're the captains. Don't read into it any more than that. So whilst I wait for the players to assemble in the hut, subtle hints to the players to start assembling in the hut. Who are those top 4 names? Who are Svarog, Facundal, Ice-T, and Demoncheg? Fortunately, I've got you covered. From Noob's Hut, we have Svarog, also known as Toitatis, been in the game for a reasonable amount of time. Their longest game is 1 hour and 28 minutes. They've got a recent match history of 12 wins and 8 losses. Their favourite map is the 7 versus 1 map, also known as the Dictator. They've only ever betrayed their ally once. They've killed 9,000 shamans and 94,000 population. Our second player, his ally for New Brimnir Palace. It is Facundal. Their longest game is 2 hours and 3 minutes. They usually put a game away in 21 minutes and 25 seconds. They've been playing for 26 days, 2 hours, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Their recent match history is 12 wins, 8 losses, and their favourite map is Yggdrasil of Asgard Worlds. They've only ever betrayed their ally 5 times. They've killed 13,800 shamans and almost a total population of 190,000 killed. Yet these silhouettes, I have to address it because it's coming up in the chat, even though my chat widget's effect. These silhouettes are just silhouettes and they were assigned randomly. But very interestingly here, we've already got our first fact of the day. Facundal's favourite map is Yggdrasil, and he is in fact not playing Yggdrasil. But our third player of Hybrid Theory, the first of their opponents, it is Ice-T, of the clan of the Synthetic Immortals. Ice's longest game is 5 hours, 45 minutes, 24 minutes. Ice usually finishes a game in about 24 minutes. He's been playing for a total amount of game time of 3 months, 5 days, 11 hours, 50 minutes and 20 seconds. Recent match history for Ice is very impressive at 14 wins and 6 losses. His favourite map is Face Off, not featured in this map pack, because if I did, Babbo would have wet himself with rage. He's betrayed his allies 82 times, killed 51,000 shamans, and is climbing his way to almost 800,000 total population killed. And backing Ice up, I did that in the wrong order. Backing Ice up is Demoncheg, also of the Synthetic Immortals. His longest game is only 1 hour and 5 minutes long, average game length of 22 minutes, total game time of 21 days. Recent match history of 6 wins, 14 losses. Favourite map, 4 walls, but the 3v3 or 4 versus 4 version. It's hard to tell between the two of them which one that actually is. Demon Chegg, despite being somewhat new, has already betrayed their allies 6 times, killed 12,000 shamans, almost 13,000, and has 158,000 total population killed. So there we are. How does everyone feel about that first map? Anyone guess it correctly? Did anyone guess that it would be Svarog and Facundol versus Ice and Demon Chegg? Did anyone get any of the players right? Had the PP game 100%. Everyone got PP right. Joseph thought Ice and Demon would be playing. Everyone's saying they're way off for the CES game. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I do need those players to assemble in the hut now. That would be great. If they are out and about, it would be wonderful if they could assemble for me. Just join the colour you want. Whoever joins first gets it. I don't see it as making a massive strategic difference for this particular matchup. That sounds really mean of me. I'm sorry I said that. I take that back. The password is read the team chat. One extra brave. I will rotate blue and cyan, so if Demon Chegg can join cyan, then they can have the blue base. Excellent. Our players are assembled. I need to pick the correct map. That would help, wouldn't it? I know how to do this. I've done this before. Right. Blue, red, yellow, green. Excellent. We are now launching in to our first tournament game. Just kidding. Map files are different. That might be my fault. Well, no, it's Ink. I've decided it's Inka's fault, but that might also be my fault. Sorry, the matchmaker is currently spamming me with error messages. I'm going to relaunch my matchmaker because I've broken it. It's just sending me the operation completed successfully, cannot delete the file over and over and over again. It sent it to me like 25 times. So despite testing all of this before the stream twice, it's gone the way of all demos and completely faffed up. Right. I had this in my head, it would all be much nicer and much smoother, so I do so humbly apologise. They want me to revert now. I certainly can. Yeah, I know how to do it, Ice, don't worry. Oh. They want me to do this tournament without the eye because they... Okay, we've got no eye. So we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way, I'm afraid, which is guess. We have launched. You can tell by the radiant orange glow on my face that we are currently... Why doesn't the eye work? Because you made me revert the matchmaker version, and that matchmaker version doesn't have the mods menu. At least I would assume that's what it is. Something in the reversion has taken the mods menu away. Right. Let's get our allies up. The radiant orange glow of Populous at the beginning is illuminating me. Our players are ready, so I will see you in the game. What is up, everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming, and we are here in Populous at the beginning. You've seen from the map intro what we are doing. We are on New Brunir Palace, everyone's favourite map, Populous at the beginning. You'll be surprised. It does come up in someone's favourite map stats. Our players are going to be allying in the traditional way by shift-clicking one another's icons. And if you missed the tournament preamble, you're just in it for the games. Playing as our Cyan tribe, from the blue base, from the Synthetic Immortals, we have Demoncheg. And allied to him, it's the team captain for this tournament. Red tribe, red base. It is Ice-T of the Synthetic Immortals. Their opponents. First game of the tournament, kicking us off. Yellow tribe, yellow base of the clan Noob's Hut. It is Svarog. And lastly, over here, we have green tribe. We've got a Shaman Death already. What is this? Fakundal. Our green Shaman Fakundal's going in. He's feeling aggressive. We've got the rush from the tournament coming out. Ice is here. He's trying to defend. Ice goes down. Does he get the Shaman kill? He does not. Fakundal absolutely rushing this away. I was expecting at least 10 minutes of game, but here comes Svarog as well. We've got a rush from the Kushals. Fire Warrior taken out by a blast. Svarog going to be taking on Demoncheg's Shaman. Blast onto a Brave as opposed to the Shaman. Perhaps not the wisest choice, but no! What is that? Absolutely phenomenal. The Yellow Shaman's actually still alive and managed to get the kill onto Demon Chegg as well. Oh, it's all up to Ice now to try and save them. Oh, what absolutely ridiculous start this is. Dismantling from Demon Chegg is good. Going to be trying to keep the population up, but you need to keep those Braves away from the Shaman. That's a 3 population blast. That is massive. Demon Chegg allies with Svarog to make his Braves stop automatically fighting. And here we go. We'll see if they are paying attention. I don't think they are. Fakundal has dismantled his Fire Warrior training hut. Ice coming to save. Fakundal kills Demon Chegg. Here comes Ice-T. Gonna be trying to do something about this. Right, it looks like the Yellow Shaman is trying to kill all the Braves for Demon Chegg. Ice gets the kill. 1 Brave left for Demon Chegg here. Ice is going to perhaps wait. Nope. I thought he was going to wait for his Fire Warrior to support him, but no, he's confident. He's got Fakundal dead to rights. There you go. Now, interestingly, there has been a little bit of macro back at home. We've got huts being built for Fakundal, and a couple by Svarog as well. Not many, but some, and some macro is better than none. But, oh, Demon Chegg's now going to be dismantling up a storm. If you don't know what dismantling is, it is by removing 1 wood stage from these huts, then undoing the dismantle and replacing it. The green bar that spawns a new follower will be close to the top, and you can do this to expedite the rate at which your tribe grows. Now, Red Brave dismantling this tower piece by piece. Fakundal dismantling his Fire Warrior training hut. Couldn't really have Fire Warriors in it for now. But a Fire Warrior from Svarog here. Gonna get on in there and get cozy. Incredible early start to the aggression here from the Kushals, we'll call them. Demon Chegg and Svarog working really well on that aggressive start. As you can see, this dismantling still going on. Population growth going to be rocketing back up to try and recover. Get yourselves back into the game. You may see an early lightning out of Demon Chegg here. Big part of that is purely what the mana can afford. Svarog walks up, gets blasted into the water. All good there. Lambridge halfway prayed to here for Ice. Unique feature of this map, I've never seen it before. All of this low ground, it disappears very fast in an earthquake, and players don't actually have access to the land bridge spell, which allows them to make land or connect when cut off through water. The only way they can get the land bridge is by successfully completing a prey here, and I think we shall see that from Ice. I don't think the Kushals are going to be able to stop that now, so Ice will get himself a lovely little land bridge. Little reward for saving Demon Chegg here. Demon is going to be doing everything he can to just try and grow. A couple more Fire Warriors here from Svarog. You'll notice just the sort of skill differences here in that Demon Chegg is building quite rapidly here, whereas Svarog, who hasn't been attacked, is sort of at the same pace. Another blast takes Svarog out here. Going to be struggling to take the hill a little bit, I think. Fakundal has gone for no Fire Warrior training hut. He has no way to protect himself. He has no Fire Warriors, so it looks like he's going to go all in on Warriors. It's an interesting choice, and it's also not a great choice. I think he's thinking that they're further ahead than they are. Demon Chegg has already pretty much dismantled away the early game damage, and Ice is just going to walk right into Svarog's base. Demon Chegg not watch. Demon Chegg following with him, while Fakundal now has to give chase. Ice not killed by the blast, throws off the first earthquake of the game. Oh, it's not the best in the world in the sense that it cuts Svarog off in a pretty safe place, but there's no way that Svarog is going to have access to the flatten. Ice gets the blast on all those warriors there. That was huge. So Ice actually surviving the tornado, blasting all of Facundo's warriors. And that was the attack that Facundo was working on. So basically, Facundo spent all this time and all this mana, because it costs mana to train your followers, achieving nothing. Lightning from Facundo going to get the kill, and that's fine. If you're Ice, you're actually fine dying there. I mean, you'd rather never die, but dying there is not the end of the world for Ice, because they've got fire warriors, they've got them on the patrol, they'll have them in this hut, they've got them in the towers, they've got the high ground as well. They've got complete and total control of this game, and one warrior is not going to change the way this shapes out. Svarog is also just pinned in the base. Going to be wanting to flatten them to get themselves connected back up. Flatten quite an expensive spell as well, so it takes a while to charge, especially if you haven't finished your base. We take a little look at the bases. We've got a finished base for Facundo. All the plans are down for Svarog, but the base hasn't been finished. Finished base for Ice with some upgrading going on already. And Demon Chegg also has a finished base. So, despite that incredibly fun and exciting start where you were cheering for the Kushals, they are solidly behind in this game. And I don't just mean by a little bit, I mean they are very far behind. Facundo has only warriors and no fire warriors, and Svarog is currently cut off from the center. There's the flatten spell for Svarog. He's now connected to the middle. Need to be careful with these Shaman Doors. You're walking in a straight line, but he does get the tornado off onto Demon Chegg, but it's not enough. Demon Chegg's actually still alive. Ice throws out the lightning, doesn't get the kill. And it looks like Svarog is in big trouble here. Here comes the double. The Fire Warriors are coming. 2 Shamans coming as well. Facundo just running back to his base. He's got 7 warriors to his name. That's not going to do anything, really. Earthquake does come out for Demon Chegg. Earthquake for Ice-T as well. And somehow he's still alive. Oh, he's still alive. That second Earthquake wasn't fantastic, but when you're Svarog, any damage is pretty good. So the warriors are being used here to try and make a push in. Facundo's actually sending all of his pop as well, but the problem is he didn't kill any of the shamans, so all of this population is just getting blasted. Facundo is playing very aggressively, and arguably too aggressively for the position of the game that he's currently in. He's actually emptied out his entire base to do that, and he's just about getting past the center. Ice has been killed. Svarog doing his best here. He gets the lightning onto Demon Chegg. Demon Chegg does go down. A lot of damage here. So, a little bit of a two-pronged misplay here, in the sense that with their early aggression, they should have been quicker to pick up lightnings at the start of the game, because they should have known that the counterattack was coming and it would have involved earthquakes. The base building was a little slow, and this transition into warriors was very, very poor. Warriors are only as good as your ability to get your shaman in, and as you sort of saw, Facundo is so scared of fighting the shamans that both times he's retreated to about here, and when he retreats to here, Ice can just walk down this path and attack his ally. You've got to remember, early damage is great, but you've got to capitalize it. The saying that we have in StarCraft is when ahead, get more ahead. And that was sort of the opposite of that. It was when ahead, become behind. Good blast from Svarog. They're going to kill a couple of the fireworks. Look how far back Facundo is having to retreat. This is sort of what I'm talking about. He's just letting Ice into his base. He's just retreating all the way back and letting ice into his base. The Demon Check is now also going to get in here. The Warrior Training Hut now gone as well. Lightning misses again. A lot of lightning misses here. Combination of the blasts with the Fire Warriors there. Going to get the kill onto the Green Shaman. Green's population is patrolling at the back here. Remember, to end a game of Populous, you must kill the Shaman and all of her followers. Otherwise, she will keep reincarnating. She'll keep coming back. So here is Ice just finishing everything off. Excellent. I think a new Brave just spawned, but we're going to be seeing the death. Oh, respawn. Lightning misses. Fire Warriors do throw out their shots. Shaman is doing her best to stay alive. She is somehow still alive. I don't know what's keeping Green in the game. Svarog has done... Svarog is coming to save his ally. I'm not sure there is a good or bad play here. This is typically considered a bad play on CES, because typically your ally has already taken all the damage, and you try to control middle and then launch a counterattack rather than save them. But in this situation, I don't think there is a good or bad play. I think you just lost, and at this point you can do whatever you want for fun. Because I don't think... Oh! He's discovered invulnerability! Nobody can get his Shaman here. There you go. That's how you elongate a game. You go and stand on an island where nobody can find you. See, if only there was Fog of War. There's Fog of War, then Fakundal has just disappeared. Lightning comes out for Svarog, does get the kill on Demon Check's Shaman there, but the Fire Warriors are going to answer back. Knock her into the water. Oh, Fakundal has successfully managed to kill his Shaman. If you don't know how to do that, if you walk to the very edge of the coast and you cast a spell, the Shaman jumps in the air. And if you mash D while she is at the pinnacle of her jump, she'll, like, nudge herself into the water, and you can use that to kill your own Shaman. It has very niche uses, like then. Right, we've got the death from Fakundal, and we have the surrender from Svarog. So, Hybrid Theory are going to be opening up the tournament 1-0 with this victory on New Brimnir Palace, colloquially known as CES. Hi everyone. We are in fact back. We're doing Populous, the beginning. Sorry about that. Little bit of administration there. Tournament rule clarification. I have been working back and forth, and I'm only the one person, so I'm trying to manage scenes and being like, this is the way the tournament's going to pan out, and stuff like that. But we're good. Everything's always all sorted now. The rule has been explained. Players do understand it. Our second map of the game is going to be Babbo of the clan Overpowered and Loot Hill of the clan Overpowered, and also Team Captain. They're going to be taking on Lord Death of the Synthetic Immortals and Ice T of the Synthetic Immortals, also a Team Captain. So it's Ice's second game so far, and it was a pretty impressive first game. Let's be real. Staving off that rush. I need a ping from Loot Hill. Por favor. But while we're sorting that out, let's have a little look at our players. There'll be a little bit of repeat information here. Look at that, looking fabulous, gorgeous, and with the hair that he wishes he still had. It is Babbo of the clan Overpowered, actually, the admin of the clan Overpowered. His longest game is 2 hours, 46 minutes, 51 seconds. His average game length is only 22 minutes long. He's got a total game time of 2 months, 3 days, 23 hours, 32 minutes, and 49 seconds. Recent match history of 14 wins and 6 losses. His favourite map is Pressure Point, which just so happens to be the map that we're playing today. 63 ally betrayals, 40,000 shamans killed, 600,000 population killed. Looking pretty dang good. His ally and team captain, also of the clan Overpowered, it is good friend of mine, Loot Hill. Longest game, 1 hours, 55 minutes, 31 seconds long. Average game length of 24 minutes, 18 seconds. The total game time, 1 month, 16 days, 2 hours, 6 minutes, 47 seconds. Recent match history of 11 wins, 9 losses. Favorite map, also Pressure Point, meaning the map that we are about to play. 48 ally betrayals, 29,000, almost 30 shamans killed, 409,000 total population killed. We move on over to Hybrid Theory's team. First player on their roster with the longest game of 8 hours, 13 minutes and 29 seconds. It is Lord Death of the clan of the Synthetic Immortals. Average game length of 23 minutes, 39 seconds. Total game time of 1 month, 4 days, 11 hours, 27 minutes and 29 seconds. Recent match history of 10 wins, 10 losses. Favorite map showing Asgard Worlds 2, New Brimnir Palace, which I'm not sure that is correct, but I might have forgotten to replace that. It also might be. Who knows? Ally betrayals of 6, 21,000 shamans killed, 339,000 total population killed. And lastly, his stats won't have updated because I made these as PNGs at the start of the stream. It's Ice again, but we can say his recent match history is 15 wins and 5 losses because Ice just put that last one away. Just to reiterate, if you're watching these only one game at a time, as long as game is 5 hours 45 minutes long, average game length of 24 minutes, which has been on the upper side for our players in this tournament. Recent match history of 15 wins and 5 losses. Favorite map of Face Off. 82 ally betrayals, 51,000 shaman kills, and almost 800,000 population killed. So those are our players. Isn't it exciting? We're about to go into our second. Everyone's assembled early, so even though this game wasn't due to happen for another 30 minutes, everyone has assembled early. And because everyone has assembled early, we're going to go. Because then the night concludes early. And everyone can go and do more interesting things than stare at me in my very loud shirt. It's so loud that I've got OBS on this screen over here, and you may notice my eyes keep going over here. And it's just the colours of the shirt is drawing me over here. I'm like, ooh, bright lights. But anyway, we don't need any more anecdotes. I'm going to launch the game. You'll know when the game has launched because... Oh, shit. You'll know when the game is launched because I will glow a beautiful orange, like freshly squeezed juice. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in today. I hope you're enjoying it. We've got 2 more days of this. I've only prepared the stream scenes for 1 day, so guess what I'll be doing tonight. Oh, the chat. All right, I don't usually read what the players talk about in chat, but I'm going to point this out. X-Lord Death has just said TSI versus Overpowered. Babo's replied with, may the better clan win. So they've officially made this a top of a tournament match. They've made this a clan match now as well. There you go. Overpowered versus TSI. We're going to be going into Pressure Point. What is up, everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming, and I get very bored pushing O at the start of every single game. Did you know that? We are here with the second game of 8 for the Summer Team Draft Tournament, and we are here on one of the most iconic of the maps in Pressure Point. It is the perfect map. If you were to ask any mid to high rank player in Populous, and even some noobs who don't like the map, if you would ask them what the perfect map is in Populous at the beginning, it is Pressure Point. It is the ultimate test of macro, micro, and just pure decision-making skill. Now that I am done glazing over Pressure Point, we're going to be having a little look at our teams as the Cyan tribe in the blue base from the Synthetic Immortals. It is X-Lord Death. And his ally already having won 1 game today. Actually the same colour as well. Red tribe, red base. It is Ice-T of the Synthetic Immortals. Their opponents in this apparently clan match, as it has been declared, Yellow tribe, yellow base, clan overpowered. It is Loot Hill, team captain of the Kushals, whereas Ice is team captain of Hybrid Theory. Green tribe, green base, last but not least of the clan overpowered. It is Babbo. So, what makes Pressure Point a perfect map? Well, I'll tell you in a second. Ice has gone to the middle and has started clearing up. Braves is really clever. You do not want to let these towers get up. So, Braves being pulled back, trying to be kept alive. Them being alive is often more useful. You don't want them dying just to a rogue shaman on the hill. Red going back to base now, so he could actually continue to finish these. We've got a little bit of aggressive braving here from X-Lord Death. Cyan Braves being a real nuisance, which is all fine and dandy, but if you're losing these Braves, then they won't do as much as you would want them to. Shaman in the tower is the ultimate defense to early aggression. Look at that blast, it's perfect. First blood drawn by the X-Lord Death, taking out Babbo as if he was Svarog in the previous game, to be quite honest with you. That was clinical. Babbo walking in a straight line. X-Lord Death saying, die. So, contrary to the original version of the game, this line here, towers can shoot across it in the 1.5 Enhanced Edition build, making these towers on this slope particularly powerful and very oppressive, because I think this tower will take this out, but it can also shoot this as well. So middle control, very, very important here. What makes Pressure Point such a good map? Well, the players have quite big bases, which is a good test of your building skill. And there are multiple paths within which you can attack not just your opponent, your direct opponent, but also their ally as well. This path to the middle gives you access to this lovely high ground in the center. You can use this to camp and defend an entire 2 paths towards the enemy. You can go and attack your ally's enemy. You can even attack your own enemy. But you can't spend too long doing that because, of course, you've got these connecting front paths as well. This is considered the side, and this is close enough that a couple of land bridges can also begin an attack here as well. So the map gets very chaotic very fast, and that's part of why people love Pressure Point. It's a very stressful map. It tests just about every skill you can have in Populous. Blast coming out from Babbo there to take out that Fire Warrior. Good. Very important that he did that, because this tower was actually making it very difficult for him to build any defenses. First Earthquake for Babbo is quite frankly shit, as it does very, very little damage. But yeah, I was going to say at least it's something, but I'm pretty sure you'd rather nothing than that, if that's your something. Take a little look at the bases here. We've got a little bit of slow building going on from Loot Hill, I think, so far. Ice, on the other hand, building nice and fast. You can tell he's played this map once or twice before, can't you? X-Lord Death also got a pretty good blue build going on. I believe Babbo credits his green build to Luke of the Clan Overpowered. I could be wrong, however. But each of these bases has a unique way that it needs to be built. So players commit a huge part of their brain just to remembering how to build each base. They also have distinctly unique playstyles. There is some variance based on the player's playstyle, but each base offers its own unique advantages and disadvantages as well. But once upon a time, I remember being told, once upon a time, it was actually played blue-green versus red-yellow, which sounds terrible, but who knows. Anyone who's played the single player of Populous at the beginning, of course, knows that this is level 17, middle ground, from the single player as well. So that just adds to the connection, because for people whose first experience of Populous was the single player, this is actually a level they know the look of. And with the exception of the fact that the AI has magical shield, you can replicate these builds in the single player version and build the bases like this. We're going to go into worldview again. We're looking for upgrades here. Got medium hut here for Ice already. Medium huts for Loot Hill as well on the way. The back of the base not finished yet. He's built out his side strip quite a bit. Here we go. It looks like we've got an attack coming in for Ice Tornado here. This is cleverly done because the Tornado has some variance, so it will damage both towers. Oh, early side door here from Clan Overpowered. Lightning thrown out by Loot Hill, but doesn't get him. Quick light from X-Lord Death does get the kill onto Loot Hill, but Babo's still alive here. Looks like Ice is going to be coming back to try to defend. Ghost Army going to distract the towers. Double Earthquake onto the high ground here. We'll see what it does. Could be good. It's just not good. These are not good Earthquakes. Babo's cast 3 Earthquakes and all of them have been just shocking. And now he's left himself wide open for the counter-attack from X-Lord Death here. Tornado going out onto the first tower. X-Lord Death does back off a little bit. Is he waiting for warriors? No, he doesn't have a warrior training hut here. Doesn't have a warrior training hut, so he's not waiting for warriors. Perhaps he doesn't have any earthquakes. Perhaps he's gone in on tornadoes. Death for Babo there. He's going to be happy for that because he actually wants to get back to his base before X-Lord Death can do much damage. EQ comes out for Loot Hill, and it's favourable for Ice. This slope just makes getting into Ice's base difficult. Earthquake for X-Lord Death onto the green towers. Notoriously difficult to dislodge, but that's a pretty good Earthquake in terms of how it's lowered the ground. Remember, towers benefit from elevation. The higher the tower, the further the range. So even just lowering those towers, it is beneficial. It does help. Same could be said for Babo's Earthquakes, but the difference is Babo used 2 Earthquakes to get this, whereas X-Lord Death has only used 1. Lightning for Loot Hill, trying to get the kill onto Ice, but doesn't actually manage it. Nice early opening. This is a very common Earthquake. You see this all the time on the yellow base, because what you'll find, yellow has a tendency, this all flattens down like a nice lovely little ramp. You can already see it's starting to happen here, and getting into their base is easy. I'm surprised by how few warriors there are. There's warrior training hut for Loot Hill over here, but it's just the 1 warrior training hut. Ice gets a nice lightning onto Loot Hill while he's standing still. The RBLB's fine and dandy, but we've got an earthquake from Babo on the other side. Got to clear out some defense. How ridiculous is it that that's Babo's best earthquake of the game and he's cast 4 and he killed 2 towers with it? Ice taking a good pounding from the towers. He does go down, but he got the earthquake off. And as you can see, it's happening. That ramp-based access, it's coming on in. Everyone's expanding with these little land bridges. It's less about making huts and more about giving you a second tier of defense. I've said it many times in my cast before, but if you're new or unfamiliar with Populous, Shamans can only hold a finite amount of spells. You can actually see that on this panel over here. These are all the spells that a Shaman in this game can hold. So the more you push out your defense, the more you use them, force them to use their spells early. If they're using spells here and then here, that's better than if they use their spells here and then here. An Earthquake from Babo on the side here doing absolutely fuck all. Well, Loot Hill spams an Earthquake on Ice as well. OP's being like, look at us, we've got Earthquakes, but they're doing nothing with them. If, you know, if it's your first Populous game, you might be going, yeah, overpowered, go overpowered, because they've cast so many Earthquakes, but they're not doing anything with that mana. Whereas TSI, they're going to be sat there, they're biding their time, they're charging good spells, they're only casting them when they need to cast them. That Earthquake, not great from X-Lord Death. But this tornado is going to be destructive. Babo has a tendency to go straight to the water, and there he goes. Right in the drink. Landbridge from Ice going to make a nice little highway out of his base. But you have to be careful because it's also into your base. Warriors from Loot Hill going down the centre. And you can already see why this map is so highly revered. It's getting very chaotic. Meanwhile, Riley's getting in deep into Babo's base. Lots of Braves being blasted here as Riley gets deeper and deeper. He's got an Earthquake, surely. Surely he has another Earthquake that he can use here. Babo picks him up with the tornado there, trying to just guarantee that the Shaman is definitely going to die, but she's still alive! She's still alive! X-Lord Death finally going down there! X-Lord Death killer attack, though. Killed so much population in that situation. Loot Hill has even sent over population to try and help out. Ice, however, he goes down to the lightning of Loot Hill. It's Loot Hill's turn to attack. Earthquake onto this defense. Probably smart. Fire Warriors in huts can be quite difficult to dislodge for warriors. They're surprisingly effective at killing warriors. Meanwhile, warriors of X or Death trickling into the base. Slowing down the green building. You can see the green base still not really that finished. Loot Hill's base is now finished. We want to be looking at these towers now. So you can see Ice has got a good row of towers, but they're all empty, and they're not scary if they're empty. Lightning onto the warrior training hut. That's that hut out of action for at least 90 seconds. 90 seconds plus repair time. Lightning, long-range lightning. Where is he, the bugger? X-Lord Death trying the mega snipe. Doesn't quite get the kill. And it looks like Loot Hill is going to retreat his way back towards the center. Another earthquake from Babo here. They're trying to play like Spinifex here. Spinifex likes to spam with his mana and just slowly crawl forward. The way Spinifex uses his earthquakes, he'll use one here, then his next one's here, then his next one's here, then his next one's here. But he does them so frequently that this one hasn't healed by the time he's casting an earthquake here. And he just crawls the earthquakes into your base, and it's very painful and very difficult to deal with. Good defense middle for Babo, but that doesn't mean anything if you're just going to let X-Lord Death in through the front again. And it looks like Ice has once again been taken out by the light. A lot of lightnings here. As Babo throws out an earthquake on the side strip. He's going to be trading here because there's nothing to stop X-Lord walking on in. He throws out one earthquake. Might have the second. Doesn't need it. It's a pretty annoying path. Green's base is notorious for being a nightmare in terms of pathfinding. Lightning for Babo does get the kill, but the retaliatory lightning from X-Lord Death responds. Both Shaman's dead, and Warriors now deal with this this front line. Meanwhile, what have we got in the center? Overpowered does hold the center, and that is typically the secret to winning a pressure point game. Center control. You can take this damage at your front so long as you hold a strong center control, because it allows so much flexibility for the players in the game. And originally I was saying that TSI was still ahead because of the amount of mana that Overpowered has spent, but it's now starting to look a lot more Overpowered favoured, as TSI are having to use their spells to do exactly what we were talking about. Because of this defense here, rather than earthquaking here, the earthquake's here. And you take this 7 times a day. You're happy with your towers getting earthquake. Except here. This gets earthquaked and all 5 of these towers sink. You type in chat about what bullshit this game is. Typically. You'll see a lot of terraforming spells in this game. Players trying to keep the access to their base ideal. They want their population moving around efficiently. Looks like we've got a play for the middle here from TSI. Riley's got plenty of warriors. I keep calling him Riley. X-Lord Death's got plenty of warriors. Going to be stacking up on top of one another. Fire warriors deal splash damage over the tile, so them, all these warriors being stood on the same tile, they were all taking damage from each fire warrior shot, and you can see it in just how weak they are. Firestorm. This is that stored up mana that we were talking about. So, Yellow Shaman, I think she's dead. Yellow Shaman's dead, so Firestorm. We're going to be seeing 1, but probably 2 earthquakes here. Yellow Shaman's got to be coming back soon if she is dead. Surely. Ooh, nice blast trick there with the earthquake, but the Red Shaman's gone down, but she's unloaded both earthquakes. There's one. The second one get the Fire Warrior Training Hut? It does not, but oh, look at all those huts gone. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 5, maybe 6 huts gone there. That's good damage if you're a TSI fan. Fantastic play by Ice there, just showing the patience that he's really, really known for. I've always described Ice as a very deliberate player. If you watch his streams, he's not the fastest, but he's deliberate. Instead of spamming 300 APM, of which 200 is pointless, he gives you a good solid 150 APM where every single action means something. Ice is a very deliberate player. We've got Earthquakes for X-Lord Death here on the side strips. Going to try and reclaim this middle position. Earthquakes aren't the best, but they do leave some sense of vulnerability, and some of these towers have been opened up a little bit as well. Cyan Shaman's been forced to retreat. She's going for the tower. Oh, nice combination there. The Fire Warrior shot lifts the Shaman in the air, and then the lightning just nudges her in. A little bit of impatience from Babbo. He's not watching where the Shamans are, and X-Lord Death keeps getting the better of him because of it. We're seeing good cooperation here from Overpowered, though. We saw Loot Hill save Babbo with a few Fire Warriors earlier. Babbo now paying it back. He's doing the same thing. Very lucky is Loot Hill that his Fire Warrior training hut survived, because that's actually the only one he's got. Very old school builds here. I typically like a second Fire Warrior training hut. I like a Fire Warrior hut down here as well, just as a backup, because it's so easy to lose your first one as yellow. But I'm also not a good player. We've got Ghost Shamans out for Babbo now, and without the eye, we have no way of knowing which one is which. So we'll have to keep an eye on both. Lightning for Loot Hill. Lightning, Earthquake, Lightning. It's the ultimate combo. There is no counterplay. Earthquake is shit. Once again. Lightning cast by Babbo. This leads me to believe that this is the real Shaman, because only this Shaman could have cast that Lightning. But look at the Warriors. X-Lord Death's going to be feeling the pressure now. Oh, I think that Lightning actually killed him. So look at these Warriors from Clan Overpowered. It's going to be huge damage here, potentially. Firestorm as well for Babbo. Lightning coming in, and a second Lightning as well. Fire Warriors not slowing the Shaman down. Interesting land bridge, just trying to lower the hill, I think. Perhaps slightly misplaced. He might have been trying to block or destroy the towers, but missed it by a tile. All these towers still have their door available. The double Earthquake has been good. We're going to go over here and see what Loot Hill's up to. It's okay. It's alright. Loot Hill's really just trying to Earthquake spam his way through this game. These towers are going to be very annoying because they're currently inaccessible. Ice Court going up the hill, though. You've got to be careful. You've got to watch your Shaman. When she's stuck on a hill like that, you can't just leave her. Looks like big swell of Warriors, and looks like Babbo's still alive as well. It'll be interesting to see what X-Lord Death does here. Big swell of Cyan Warriors going to be looking to make the counter-attack, I think. Babbo's Shaman has died, but she's died on land. Slightly longer respawn timer if you die on land. So Riley Shaman's going to get in uncontested here and potentially deal massive damage to Babbo. Look at these Warriors. They're everywhere. They're just stripping back the defense. Ice is going to be feeling very vulnerable right about now. No! X-Lord Death goes down. That's the one time you don't want to die. There was no Shaman there and you had Warriors. Slight impatience, that urge to rush, overtaking. The towers shoot the Shaman. The Shaman goes down. Opportunity to strike back missed, and now this position looks a lot better for Overpowered. Had Riley got in here and unleashed the Swarm, I imagine there was a Firestorm and perhaps 2 Earthquakes. Good counter damage in the heart of Babbo's base, especially if you get his troop huts. Then Ice would be pretty chill to have traded for that. But with X-Lord Death going down, it's not ideal. Another Lightning from Loot Hill here. Lightning comes out for X-Lord Death. Gets the kill onto Loot Hill before Loot Hill can unleash any spells. Second lightning does not get Babbo. Babbo's unleashed one earthquake, but the third lightning definitely clears up Babbo there. So what do you do if you're TSI in this position? Good lightnings and patient play, which is Ice's forte. Ice is an exceptionally patient player. He is a member of the One Pop Club, of course, which is winning a 2 versus 2 game when you drop down to 1 population. These warriors do need to empty out these towers. Good use of the swarms here from the shaman to make sure that the towers aren't shooting while the warriors get into them. Nice counterattack here from Ice, but Loot Hill with the long-range tower! Oh, rename him to Light Hill. He is just doing nothing but throwing out spells and hitting them, which is the ideal state of your shaman. You'd prefer her to be throwing out spells and hitting them, as opposed to throwing out spells and not hitting them. So good lights there from Exiled Death. Does get the kill onto Babbo, but unfortunately you want to be doing it before the spells come off. And meanwhile we've got Light Lord over here throwing out more lightnings before getting killed by Ice. Earthquake is fine, doesn't really do much. The land bridge from Ice was preempted in case any water was made. Now we're going to be seeing Ice launching an attack of his own. Got to use a lot of these spells patiently. The Firestorm, a good choice because now Fire Warriors can't push the Shaman. You're relying only on these guys in the towers, and they won't achieve much. First Earthquake, second Earthquake. So Ice has unloaded both Earthquakes, and it looks like he's going to retreat. This is good. This is arguably better for Ice to unload his Earthquakes here rather than deeper, but live to retreat, because now he can defend himself from the counterattack. Had he died there, being impatient, Loot Hill just attacks back. But now Loot Hill has to be careful because Ice is still alive and Ice can defend his base. And if Loot Hill dies a second time, he gets attacked a second time. Looks like we've got another double coming in. Babbo using their middle control to go and attack Ice again. What is Exiled Death going to do? It looks like Exiled Death is going to launch an attack on Babbo. Babbo's front defense is quite frankly shit. So this should be free. This should be a free attack for Exiled Death. Where is Babbo? Has Babbo died in the water? It appears that Babbo has died. Firestorm for our Cyan Shaman here. Oh, Babbo's respawned. That death is actually favourable because now what was once a free attack now has an angry Shaman with a lightning. One Earthquake. Good. Just one Earthquake's fine. That doesn't really dislodge the position. Oh, that's unfortunate for Riot. I've got to stop doing that. It's unfortunate for Exiled Death there. Taken out. The Fire Warrior combined with the roll. So this constant trickle of warriors is going to be annoying. It's just going to stop our TSI team from solidifying this position. But you can see these warriors patrolling, basically defensive. In positions like this, players think they should just be trooping constantly. It's far better to do this. Keep your warriors back, wait for an opportunity, kill a shaman, send them in. You'll get lots more done than just continuously trickling warriors on a map like this, especially with the defense that they currently have. I'd like to see these gaps filled in with towers. There's no such thing as too many towers on pressure point. You can't build towers there, but there is no such thing as too many towers on pressure point. Land bridge coming out here for Loot Hill. Just making his access to the middle even faster, even more flexible. But at the same time as well, he's going to be able to build another row of towers that Ice is going to have to walk through. X-Lord is quite large, though. And I think Baba needs to keep that in mind. X-Lord has quite a big base, because they've got all this as well. And it's really fortified. So as fun as it is to bully Ice-T, Ice is the kind of player who can take it. And if you don't get anything done, X-Lord's just going to punch in with 1,000,000 warriors and all spells and end the game. Very cute there from Babbo to make use of the high ground tower and a light to try and snipe that shaman. Didn't get it. Would have been fuming if he had. Because that's just not fair. It's the kind of stuff that makes you really angry. Look at all these warriors. This is exactly what we're starting to talk about here. Is, you know, you've let X-Lord Death just build up, and your damage on Ice is not enough where Ice can't be dangerous. You know, if Ice had lost all of this, I'd say, yeah, fair enough. Then, you know, you could just sort of troop Ice out of the game. But Ice has enough of a base where this is doing nothing. Why are you doing this? You're stopping him building towers, okay, but why? You're not doing anything with the stopping him building towers. I think OP are letting this game get away from them a little bit. This is a good idea. I like this. This fits that mantra that we were talking about in the New Brimnir game. When ahead, more ahead. You know, fill this all out with land, build on it, get extra troop huts, get extra population, solidify your position a little bit more, just so that you're not being outgrown. Because look at this. This Cyan base is terrifying. I like this from Loot Hill. This is cute. Cyan moving towards the side with all the warriors, though. Looks like a potentially big attack on the way. Look at them come. Large amount of warriors, and that's not even all of them. Large amount of warriors coming on in here, getting into Green's defense and just tearing it apart. Loot Hill going to be making a good use. Good. Look at this attack. Excellent play here from X-Lord Death. He's just going to skirt around the green base. He's just going to skirt around the Fire Warriors. Click the Fire Warriors on the Shaman. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, there were Fire Warriors in the hut, but only one of them shot. Oh, because there was only one Fire Warrior in the hut. It looks like we've got trade time. But I think Babbo's underestimated his position in this game. Yellow Warriors, Green Warriors, they're going to be coming on in. Cyan has unleashed the spells. Here we go. It's going to be base trade time. Who does more damage here? Who wins this game? Meanwhile, we've got Earthquakes from Loot Hill onto Ice. It really is going to come down to who gets the better of this. Babbo's Firestorms are a little deeper. You've got to remember, X-Lord had to use his here and here to get in, whereas Babbo's are on the base. Earthquakes are good, but the problem is Babbo has no troops, whereas X-Lord has all of the troops. And these are what win the game in a base trade scenario. I think Babbo has just thrown the game by going for that trade. Can he get the Shaman kill? He does get the Shaman kill. X-Lord lights his own hut. You don't want to do that. I still favour X-Lord's position. Look at these warriors. They're going to take out the entire green base. Green hasn't saved any population either. So this is true damage that he's taking. We'll see what happens. I think Babo's just trying his very best to keep the Shaman core camp. But he's not paying attention! He's not paying attention! He's not paying attention! What am I watching? Okay, Babo does die, but I think he kills X-Lord Death as well. So Cyan takes a massive hit there. Absolutely huge. But look at all these warriors, and look what they've managed to achieve. They've taken out pretty much this entire base. I still don't like that choice from Babo. Granted, I don't have a population graph, so I don't know who truly came out of that. But just my gut instinct was that was a bit of a mistake from Babo there. He underestimated the amount of warriors, I think. Look at the amount of fire warriors that have come in from ice to hold the line as well. You won't be getting in a second time. That's the other problem. All these troops from your ally, they're going to keep X-Lord Death safe. You won't get in again. Loot Hill's giving up a lot to try and get in here. Firestorm comes out, but he's vulnerable. It's overpowered. What are you doing? So what I told you about the decision making. There's patient play from Ice here. He's going to get in. Oh! 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 We've got a volcano. Now, I know these aren't usually that devastating in the context of the game. Oh, for goodness sake. I see. I see. We've got an Armageddon, ladies and gentlemen. We've got an Armageddon. So you don't get to see the volcano because Loot Hill has cast the Armageddon. If you don't know what an Armageddon is, it's a cutscene game ender. These players will now fight to the death in this arena of doom. It's going to come down to the warrior numbers effectively, and Overpowered has way more warriors. So unless Inca has broken Armageddon again, which he has done before in one of my tournaments. We would expect an OP win here. Good initial volleys from the Fire Warriors, but look at all that Fire Warrior damage! There's so many Fire Warriors for TSI, that could make the difference. You're surprised how much their damage adds up, especially with them all shooting like that. It's so brave of Overpowered to be banking their success on Armageddon. I certainly don't have the balls to do it, but definitely looks like Overpowered has won the Armageddon. Yeah, Overpowered has almost certainly won the Armageddon. So all that massive trade, it was up for the Armageddon. So my casting was useless the entire time. They had this planned all along. We didn't see it coming. And there you go. TSI are eliminated with the Armageddon victory. It is Clan Overpowered. And I guess within the context of the tournament, that means that the score is going to be tied up 1-1. Did everyone enjoy that game? I hope everyone enjoyed that game. That is tournament day 1. It was meant to start 10 minutes. The second game was meant to start 10 minutes ago, and it has now ended here. Would you like to know a fun fact? As a spectator, I have no way to spacebar out of Armageddon. I'm just sat here spinning forever. I can quit, but I'm just sat here spinning forever, enjoying life. Definitely did not see the Armageddon coming. What about the scores? So we've seen 2 games so far. Hybrid Theory won on New Brimnir Palace, and lost on Pressure Point, which means they will get first pick of the bases tomorrow before Walls. Let's go to our...
Stand